is up, but he's going to hate to see Sean Davis with a set of eights. And then there's Geert Anderson, who is ahead of them both, holding an ace-high straight. Anderson just checked. Action on Davis, who now bets $900,000 with his 3/8. Now to Ketteringham.
All in.
With aces up, he moves all in. Over $2 million.
Well, Anderson's not going anywhere. At the moment, he has the nuts.
All in.
And Anderson moves all in.
And now Davis has to decide whether he wants to risk everything. He's getting 6-1 on his money. It's a massive pot, but with two all-ins in front of him, Davis has to figure his bottom set is no good.
I call also.
But Davis will call. Two players at risk.
I think I got the worst hand.
Yeah, Anderson and Davis at risk. Davis with the shortest stack.
Got to have a set. You had to have a set.
Davis would have been left with 1,000,000 chips if he folded. If the board doesn't pair, Anderson will win the biggest pot of the tournament.
River card is a 5 of spades. Anderson will win that 7 million chip pot. Sean Davis eliminated in 69th place.
What a three-way hand. What a pot.
Wow, Ketteringham not knocked out, but certainly knocked down. And Geert Anderson stands alone as the main event leader with over 7 million chips. This Poker Fact is brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net. There are over 10,000 ways to make a straight in poker. Indeed, 5 cards line up in many different ways.
The 2008 World Series of Poker, presented by Milwaukee's Best Light. Main event.
Welcome back to the Rio and the 2008 main event. Let's get right to the featured table. And Phil Hellmuth. Phil's got a deuce. Phil has ace-deuce.
Since winning the big one in '89, Phil's made it back to the main event final table only once in 2001. He finished 5th.
A raise to $90,000 to his buddy Alan Kennedy with Queen 10. And Kennedy makes the call.
So the Camp Hellmuth grad will come along with the Camp Hellmuth founder.
Jack deuce 9, Hellmuth pair of deuces, up and down straight draw for Kennedy.
See how Phil teaches that posture at Camp Hellmuth?
They both check. Still a 50-50 proposition. 8 of hearts and a straight hits Kennedy.
Yahtzee for Kennedy.
Hellmuth, though, drawing dead and betting again.
Yeah, the world's greatest Hold'em player, Lon, drawing dead and leading out again.
Kennedy comes along just for the call.
Well, I guess the student learned how to trap at Camp Hellmuth.
River card now is an ace. Phil catches aces up, but that's not going to be good enough.
And that's really not good for Phil. He's been betting with bottom pair, so he certainly might want to bet with aces up now.
175.
And he will, 175,000.
And Kennedy, of course, with the straight. He knows his hand is good unless Phil was on a diamond draw.
I'm all in.
All in.
I guess he doesn't figure it Phil for a diamond draw.
No immediate eruption from Phil.
175 is in.
Here we go, Thomas.
Remember, Adam Levy also had Queen 10 against Phil, hit a straight on the turn, and that caused an eruption.
Either he's got me or he doesn't.
I guess it's still 50-50. He's going to win or lose.
Boy, oh boy. All right.
Phil calls.
We got straight.
Phil makes the call.
Another Queen 10.
Allen rolls up.
Boom, baby.
Hellmuth trying to hold it together.
Has to be careful. He's been warned once already by tournament officials.
Touchdown, Georgia, baby.
Go Bulldogs!
He called a raise with Queen 10 offsuit. The same thing the first day.
Here we go. Line man.
Oh my God, in heaven. I guarantee I didn't teach you that at Camp Hellmuth.
No.
This isn't the agony of defeat. This is the agony of being Phil.
Hellmuth eager to give others advice even when unsolicited, but we solicited the advice of top pros to make you a better player in this edition of The Nuts.
Instantly, you would be a better poker player if...
Well, in 10 seconds.
Let's see.
Okay. Go with your instinct. Whatever your first impression is, we'll follow it because it's usually the right one.
There it is! Doyle's done it!
There's no such thing as being too aggressive. You want them to be worried about what you have. You don't want to be the one doing the worrying because that gives you wrinkles.
Real simple here. Play fewer hands, bluff less often.
Only way to become a better poker player is to play more hours.
Maybe stick to the top 10 hands. She called a race with a queen and a 10.
Relax, let the game come to you. The cards are going to come.
Time! No!
Let the game come to you, and you'll be a much better poker player.
I'm a poker player. You just sit there like a nit.
Real simple. When they check, you bet. When they bet, you raise. When they raise, you move all in. Poker's that simple. That wasn't 10 seconds? Oh, man.
My advice to Phil would be go play video poker. No idiots and no bad beats on a video poker machine, but don't forget to bring quarters.
I can't get a penalty. I can't tell him what he really is.
He raises to 100,000.
I can't tell him the truth. I can't say they're going to give me a penalty.
Better keep a cork in it. Now we find Justin Scott awaiting his fate. He pushed all in after flopping a pair of 9s. Albert Kim called him with pocket aces. Queen on the turn doesn't help Scott.
Justin Scott needs a 9 on the river to stick around.
River card is a 10, and Justin Scott eliminated in 67th place from the main event. Albert Kim gets a little richer. And Justin Scott will go over and say goodbye to his childhood friend Dean Hamrick.
Get him. I'll be rooting for you.
They both went to the same high school, so now with Hamrick left in, I guess he is the pride of Redford Union High. Back to the featured table. Wonder if Phil has calmed down yet.
A queen and a 10.
Suffering in the corner.
It's just unbecoming of a player of his stature. He needs an intervention.
All right, action at this table begins with Kelly Kim, ace-king offsuit.
Kim finished 398th at the 2005 main event.
He's got an economics degree from UC San Diego. He raises to 100,000. Larry Wright now with Jack-9 of diamonds. Contractor from Montgomery, Alabama.
Wright owns a roofing company called Wright Roofing. Who couldn't see that coming?
All right, they'll go heads up to the flop. Flop is 10, deuce, queen. Queen 10, not a bad hand to play now. Rubs a little salt in Phil's wounds.
The queen 10 is plaguing Phil.
Both players picked up a straight draw. Wright's is up and down. Kim a gut shot, but the higher of the two straight draws. Turn card now is a jack, and that's Broadway for Kelly Kim. Wright with a pair of jacks, but he's drawing dead, and he checks. Kim now, 150,000.
Kim's biggest worry right now might be a flush draw for Wright. Wright does not have a flush draw. Wright's only been playing poker for about a year and a half.
So action on Wright. And Wright's going to push all in.
I call.
And a quick call from Kim.
Larry moves all in.
He shows the ace-high straight. And Wright is drawn dead.
Insta call and an instant elimination.
Kelly Kim will win that pot and knock off Larry Wright from the main event. All that's left is the formality of the river card.
They shouldn't even bother. The dealer's only got so many river cards in his arm.
It's another jack. Wright ends up with trips, but not good enough to avoid elimination in 65th place.
Look at Phil. He looks like his wife left him, his dog died, and the guy next to him called a 90,000 chip raise with queen 10 off.
Phil will look up to see Kelly Kim adding to his stack and becoming a player to watch out for at this table.
The 2008 World Series of Poker, presented by Milwaukee's Best Light. Main event.
Back inside the Rio, Victor Ramden's all in again, this time against Garrett Beckman, who has the pre-flop lead with jacks. Ramden hoping to get lucky with ace-tray of hearts. The flop gives Beckman a set of jacks, but Ramden